Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is April 1st, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's session, we'll take a look at stocks with very high short ratio and see how to benefit from it. So we'll start with a quick market update and go from there. Look, from a market perspective, we got S&P 500 has been cruising along pretty well, as you can see here. Since March 6th, we had been going up very good. So you got to be careful when this happens, mainly because it's the risk on right now. Folks are buying these risky assets like stocks and dumping some of these safe haven like gold, as you can see here. And then you got Dow Jones Industrial Average. Look, it's also going up pretty nicely, as you can see here. And you got Nasdaq also doing great. And we got Russell 2000. Russell 2000 is a little bit weaker, as you can see here, mainly because of banking failures. Many of these regional banks are in this ETF. That's why it came down pretty hard. Now it's going higher, as you can see here. And then you got bonds. Look, bonds are slightly going higher. Interest rates are, let's see here, let's put TNX here. So interest rates, as you can see here, is coming down slightly. That's a good news for folks who are borrowing some money. And look, crude oil after coming down big time, trying to go higher. And we got gold. Gold is slightly weak, as you can see here. And dollar is coming down nicely. That's helping the stock market. And as you see here, if you look at the VIX, VIX is dropping down big time. Look at the VIX here. VIX is dropping big time. That tells you folks are very comfortable buying the risky assets. My game plan is really, as market goes up gangbusters like this, we still have inflation worries. So, you could really wait for market to come down, and you could sell some put spreads underneath here. Look, SPY, you could sell some put spreads down here. And if it goes up, I've been selling some call spreads on the top here. You could make money either way. That's one of the good strategy. All right, now let's jump into a few more things here. Look, I got here TradingView.com, one of my favorite sites here. You can get a free access by registering into TradingView.com. I always watch the sector rotations. I go into 15-day time frame here. As you can see here, we got technology on the top doing great, and then we got here communication services. Think about Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, and so on and so forth. With all the TikTok saga going on, these communication services stocks are going higher. And then we got here consumer discretionary doing very well. And we got a few more all the way at the bottom here. We have financials. After the financial route with the SVB and other banks, look, now it's slightly going higher. At this time, it's good to buy some of the great banks, either XLF ETF, or you could buy KRE ETF slowly at these levels here. And then you got energy trying to go up slowly. You could buy some energy also, because it's also beaten down here. All right, next we'll go into my favorite platform as you go into short squeeze, which is finviz.com. So as you look through finviz.com here, look what's going on. On Friday, we had a gangbuster rally, as you can see here. Look at that candle around the close. That's telling you we had a nice close here that can carry us forward to Monday. We'll see how it goes. Look at this overall screen here. Everything is green. That tells you most of the names are doing great on Friday. And now I could go into if you don't have a elite membership, don't worry, you can go into free membership and go into ownership tab here. And look, we got all these stocks here. You could just click on the short float here and search or sort here. Look, we got SI still highest. Then we got tops, which is top ships, and so on and so forth here. Since I got elite membership, I have my short interest screener, as you can see here. I could click on the screener and very simple filters. Price over $1, float, short float over 10%, and current volume over 1 million. That gives me some of these great names. I could go into custom tab here. Look, we got great names. Top of the list is SI or Silvergate. Right now I'm not buying Silvergate as we talked about earlier, mainly because this bank will go under, so we don't no point in buying at these levels. And then we got few more like Carvana and so on and so forth here. Look, all these names are trying to go higher, as you can see. And what we'll do now is we'll go into a quick sector update by looking at these ETFs and then jump into short squeeze names. All right, let's go into sector update here. Look, from a sector perspective, I got a quick Excel spreadsheet. We got SPY. Look, SPY has got very good net assets, $359 billion dollar worth. Look at the volume, great volume, has been going up nicely in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day, and so on and so forth here. And still for 1 year, it's down 8%. And look at that RSI. RSI is 61 in 14 days, and look, RSI 7 days 74. There may be a slight pullback because RSI is so high here. And look, open interest perspective, got nice open interest in SPY here. That tells in the option market, folks are really buying this SPY here. And as we scan through here, we got put call volume ratio here. Look, it's still folks are buying some put options as usual. There's a good demand for put option. And if you look at the IV percentile here and IV rank, it's really low. As the stock goes higher, IV rank and IV percentile typically comes down, volatility drops. So that's why it's not a good time to sell put options at this time or sell call options, because volatility is low here. And we got a few more here. You got XLF. Look, XLF, as you can see here, from an RSI perspective, it's a 43 in 14 days, and RSI is 7 days 54. It's slightly going higher. If you want to buy something at this time, XLF could be a good candidate, mainly because it's a beaten down with the lower RSI. And as you scan through from a IV rank perspective, it's slightly higher. IV percentile is also slightly higher. This could also be a good candidate to sell some put spreads or put options under the current stock price and go from there. And if you're selling put options, make sure you look at delta. I would sell maybe around delta 10 or so, and go from there. It's a little more safer. And we got a few more, as you can see here. And if I go on the go here and auto filter and look at some of these, let's look at the major trends and go from there. From a major trend perspective, look, we got clean energy on the top here, trying to go higher. Semiconductors going gangbusters, as you can see here. Look at the RSI in 7 days 71, and we got ARC Human Genomic here, which is Kathy Woods. Look, that's also doing great. Keep watching the RSI. If the RSI in 7 days is a little bit lower, like ARC Genomic here, you could buy slowly. But if the RSI is higher, I would not go there. All right, now we'll go into short squeeze names and go from there. All right, let me go into the stocks here. Look, from a short squeeze perspective, first we'll touch on this leaderboard. Fintel typically puts out a leaderboard every day actually. So this is a quick Fintel leaderboard. What I've done is I've added few more things here. Look, we got things like 1 day, 5 day, 10 day, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year performance here, and we got RSI. So basically a enriched leader dashboard when it comes to short squeeze leaderboard. Look, in Fintel right now we got UNCY as a top rank in the short squeeze names here, and it's a $2 stock. And look right now what's going on here. We got short float, as you see here, great 39%, as you see here. And then we got a few more things here. We got short interest change. Looks like in 1 month short interest is increasing by 668%. That's a great increase. And then we got few more things here, and look, we got price going up in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day, and so on and so forth here. At this time I would not buy into this one here, because look, it's gone up so much here in 1 month, 320%. No point in chasing this up here. And then you got here a few more Getty. Look, Getty, as you can see here, it's a $5 stock, as you can see here, and RSI is 52. It's also going higher. Typically my sweet spot is to buy when the RSI is below 50 or so. Right now it's 52, and look, Getty has gone up 29%, 26% in last 5 days. I would not put my money at this time here. As you scan through here, you've got Kala. Look, it's a rank 3 right now, $15 stock. This could be a good one here, because look, RSI is 49 in 14 days, and it's slowly trying to make its way higher. I would rather buy this one here slowly, mainly because RSI is lower. And as you scan through here, the short float is still pretty high, 12%. But I understand if you want to wait, look, 1 month it's 48%, but it's dropped slightly. Still RSI is below 50. That's why this could be a good one to speculate at this time here. And we got few more here, BLPH and CMPS. Look, both very high RSI. If you want to buy, I would not recommend here, mainly because it's up already a great extent. As you scan through here, you got few more here. Look, we got PXMD, $1.91 stock here. This could be a okay one to buy up here. Look, RSI 14 days 46, RSI 7 days 42. The tells is getting slightly weaker here, dropped 10% on Friday here. So you could take a look at this one here and load up slowly and go from there. And we got a few more as we scan through here. Keep watching the RSI as usual here. You don't want to chase the stock with the higher RSI. If you want to buy or do a short squeeze, and if you're a little bit patient, I suggest buying the ones with the RSI below 50. Those could be your better candidates here. And keep watching the performance here. If it's up a great extent, don't chase. It's not worth your while. All right, that's the short squeeze leaderboard. Now what we'll go into the short squeeze names here, and look at the short squeeze where the volume is really more than 1 million shares traded, and go from there. Look, this is a quick snapshot here. What I've done is I've looked at multiple data sources, including Fintel, Finviz, bar chart, stock rover for fundamentals, and TradingView, and so on and so forth here, and looked at the short squeeze names. Top of the list is Silvergate. Look, Silvergate part is over. Look, it's not doing much. I would not buy it here. Then we got GAS, as you can see here. GAS, look, RSI is 42 in 14 days, and it's trying to go higher. You could buy some GAS also here, mainly because look what's going on. We got institutions buying GAS, as you see here, and volume is pretty healthy, 2 million shares traded, and on Friday. And look, nice and high short here, 27%. And look, we got nice short borrow, as you can see here. Borrow rate is pretty okay, not high, but it's pretty okay here. Because RSI is a little bit lower here, we could look at this one also. Very low price stock, as you can see here. It's trying to go higher, as you can see here. That's GAS. If you're a little more conservative, you could pass this also, mainly because look at the 10-day performance here. It shot up in 10 days, but I think it's got still more room to run here. And then you got Workhorse, as you can see here. Workhorse, it's again $1 stock. Look, it's not doing much here from an RSI perspective. It's slightly improving. You could look at this one also. As folks are putting money into risky assets, this can also go higher. And then we got a few more, as you can see here. We got ESPR, Veru, and so on and so forth here. And what we'll do is we'll look at few more names here and go from there. Look, I will go into my main tab here, and let's do one thing. Let's go here, and I will quickly do a auto filter and look at the high look at the stocks with the high short ratio. I could just filter the entire stock market here, and let's see here, and I will say volume over 1 million shares traded, and let's go here and look at the high short. All right, we'll also sort this by high short. I think we already, let's sort this by high short and go from there. Let's go here and sort this. All right, so we got here short. As you can see here, we got short right here, and we are doing a largest to smallest. I think that should do it, and we'll get very big short ratio at the top here. We can look at those names here. Look at, I think we got it right here. We got Silvergate, Carvana, so on and so forth here. We can take this list of names here and go to the other screen. Let's take a list of these names here. We got a whole bunch of stocks, as you can see here. Let's take this. All right, we got nice list here for 438 stocks, as you can see here. We can take them into my chart screen here. What I typically do is I just go here, and I could copy all those names which we already shortlisted and analyze them further using this screener criteria. I would go in here, I would just go to my chart screen and just paste them right here and take it from there. All right, so now we got our names here. Look, all these names we copied here, they will all get their respective values from all these tabs, and it will populate. So I will just go here and just populate all the way down, so we could do some research here. All right, look, we got everything done here, so I could we could do some research here and take it from there. All right, let's go back here. All right, so look, we got our names here right from the top. Silvergate, we're not going to look at this one here. Then we got Carvana here. Look, Carvana, $9 stock here. From an RSI perspective, look, 59 and going to 72. I would not touch Carvana at this time. Too super hot right now. It's been going up, as you can see here. And look, short ratio is pretty high. Short float is 96. That's pretty low. It's the low float. Short borrow is pretty good. And borrow rate, look at the borrow rate here. Borrow rate is 10.85. Folks have to pay a lot of money to borrow at this time. But on the other hand, look what's going on. It's been partying very well of late. That's why I would not put my new money here. I would look at other stocks here. Then we got Allo here. Allo, as you can see here, it's a $4 stock. From a technical perspective, it's all sell everywhere. From an analyst perspective, looks like there are 17 analysts saying buy. That's a good sign, as you can see here. And as you see Allo here, look, Allo, from an RSI perspective, it's 27, tells you it's beaten down completely here. And look at the short, pretty respectable short here, 48%. And short float is 83, that's also pretty good here. And borrow rate, look at that borrow rate. Borrow rate is super high here. So this could be a good one to slowly buy up here, mainly because it is beaten down here. Even up here, we got, borrow rate is pretty significant. Let's see here, borrow rate. Borrow rate is 63, pretty high, as you can see here. This could be a good one to, we are at Allo here. Let's look at Allo. Allo borrow rate is let's see right here, 48%, not too bad. You could look at this one also. Then you got NVAX here. NVAX is $6.93 stock, as you can see here. And look, it's got RSI is pretty high. I would not go here. Even though RSI 14 days is 48, look at the RSI 7 day, it's cruising higher. And as you look through here from a performance perspective, it's been doing pretty well here. I would not chase And then you got a few more here. Marathon Digital, look, it's cruising pretty nicely here. I would not touch at this time. On the other hand, stocks like PXMD here, $1.91 here. And you could look at this one. Look, borrow rate is pretty high, and stock is down, as you can see here. You could take a look at these type of names here and buy them slowly. And then you got few more. Look, we got Upstart here. Upstart, look, it did very well. We talked about this last week. Look, right now it's RSI 65, so you got to be slightly careful here. I would not chase this one up here. And then you got few more here. DRMA here. Look, DRMA is very low market cap name, as you can see here. Just a $1 million market cap, and stock is beaten down. Look at, there is no float at all. Look at the float here, zero float, and RSI tells it's beaten down here. If you're a super speculative type person here, you could get this one up here and go from there. And we got few more, as you can see here. If you want to look at some of these names here, my suggestion is really look at the RSI here. Let's do one thing. Let's look at this RSI and see if we can get some good ones here. Let's try to filter it here, and let's say RSI 14-day. Let's say less than 50 here, so we can get some good names here. All right, so all these names, RSI is less than 50 here. I would discount the first one here, Silvergate, at this time, but look at the other ones here. All RSI less than 50. And then you could look at the float. You want the float to be low. If the float is high like Nikola, that may not go high too much. Look at the float which is low. And then you got short borrow rate here. You want to choose one of the short borrow rate a little bit higher. And you want the short cover days, you want it to be higher. For example, Allo here, if Allo starts going higher, it will take 36 days for the shorts to be covered. That's why this could be a good one to buy, given RSI is also pretty low. And as you scan through the short cover days here, NVAX, it takes about 9 days. You could even, that's a good one here. But next to here, look at DRMA and PXMD, very low short cover days. At this time, I would not buy here. Even if there is a rally will last only like maybe a half a day, or not even maybe a couple of hours in case of DRMA. So you want the borrow rate to be high. You want cover days to be also high. So for example, Beyond Meat could be good one here. Look, it's got 15.50 as cover days. That tells you if this goes higher, it will take 15.5 days on an average to cover the shorts. This is taken care by looking at the 5-day average volume and how much short float is there. And then we got a few more, as you can see here. Look, we got these two also good, STR, FSR. Both have got pretty good short days here. But look, STR, we don't have good borrow rate. I would skip that one. I would not go there. But FSR is a good one here. Look, it's got 11 days and 9.37. Nikola, I would not go here. Look at the float, too high, and not worth it up here. And you could look at other names here. Look at the cover days. You want both borrow and cover days to be high. So if you want to be a little more if you want to screen better, you could even say borrow rate, say more than 5%. All right, and we could also say short cover days, more than say 5 days or so. So you could even get some of these better names here. All right, so now we are eliminating some of these names here. We could also say float less than 100 million. So we look at low floaters. All right, look, now we are getting somewhere. We are actually looking at better ones here. Look, we got all these names here, and keep watching both borrow rate. It's high, and we got cover days also pretty high, and short itself is pretty high, as you can see here, and low floats. And we got we got RSI below 50. These are the good ones you could look at. And my favorite ones are really where the stock is trying to go higher. Look, many of these names, if it is going higher too much here, like NVAX, we talked about this last week, but I would not I would be slightly careful. But if it is going high slowly, like Beyond Meat, you could slowly get into this one here. And you could also look at other names here, like big look, it's big lots, $10 stock here, slowly going higher. You could look at such names here and put some money and go from there. All right, so with that, we'll keep it simple here. And and some of you want to know, hey, you know what, I also want to know, I'm an options guy. Tell me what stocks I got a lot of option volume. So what we could do is really we could go into my previous screen here and look at the options here. And let's look at option right here, option open interest here, and let's say option open interest over 5 million or so, or sorry, 500,000. And you could look at the short squeeze names with a nice and high option open interest, and look, you can look at those names. Look, all these stocks have got nice short, as you can see here, and option open interest is pretty high. Look, we got option open interest right here, pretty high. And what we can do is we want stocks that are beaten down here and RSI less than, say, 50 or so. There are not too many names here, and let's say less than 50. So you could look at these names here and try to buy them. Look, we got few names. Look, we got Fisker, Nikola, AMC, and so on and so forth here. And we could also do one thing here. We got, let's look at the float. We could even save low floaters. I'm trying to see if we can do float here. Look, we got float. Look, all these names, mainly whenever there's a high open interest, these are a little bit bigger market cap names. That's why floats are slightly higher. But you could look at relatively lower floats like Fisker. You could take a look at that one here. Fisker is trying to go higher slowly. You could jump into Fisker bandwagon here. On the other hand, Nikola, too much float, it's coming down here. I would wait and let it settle down. And you got AMC trying to go higher. At this time, AMC went up too much, as you can see here. You could get into it even now, or you could wait slightly. And then we got a few more names, as you can see here. So I would use this methodology if you are going into options world here. And if you want to buy into these names, look at the RSI. On the other hand, if you want to look at the overextended names, I would look at the RSI here. I would say RSI over, say, 60 or so. Let's make it greater than here. And still pretty active in the options world here. Look, these names here, these are the good ones. If you look, we got GME and Ride Blockchain here. These could be good ones too. Basically, you could even buy some put option at the top here, or if they're, because they're going so strong, you could also sell some put options and make some money also. Those are some of my favorite ways. If you want to play conservative here, GameStop is 23 here. You could look at support resistance level here. Look, support level 1 is 5, support level 2. Let's click on GameStop here. For GameStop, support level 1 is 16, support level 2 is 14, support level 3 is 10. As you can see here, you could sell some put option around support level 2 here and make some money. So with that, what we'll do is we'll go into the charts and look at few charts and see if it makes sense to buy into those. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go back to our options, actually short tab here, and look at some of these names. Look, we got these ones here. Let's look at some of the things that we could buy up here and go from there. So we got Allo, as you can see here, it's been down big time. Let's look at Allo and see what's going on here. Is it good to buy Allo, given it's got very good borrow rate and very good days to cover, and stock is down big time. Let me take you to TradingView here, and let's go into right here and say Allo. All right, Look, hello, it's been down big time. Look at the drop here, nice huge drop here, and we are in a daily chart. And look, the squeeze indicator, it's trying to stabilize, it's slightly trying to go down, as you can see here. This is basically a squeeze indicator. If you want to have this, you could go into indicators and look. Right now we got squeeze indicator. I could say squeeze. Look, we got a squeeze momentum indicator. It's subscribed by 83,000 people. It's a good one. You could add this to your TradingView chart if you don't have it already. And then you can go into maybe a 4-hour chart here. Look, this one is trying to go higher, as you can see here. Look, it's the red bars are getting shorter, so you could get into this one here. You could also see if there's a news item here. Allogen publishes annual. There's nothing much here, so you could buy this one also here. This is a good one, given it's down too much here, and it's trying to go higher. And also look, we got very high short interest cover days and very good borrow rate here. You could get into this one here. And then you got few more here. NVAX, like we talked about, it's up too much at these levels here. Still you could buy slowly here, but look at that RSI 7 here. It's super hot for me. I would not touch it up here. And then you got Beyond Meat. Look at Beyond Meat here. Again, very high borrow rate for Beyond Meat. And look at that short cover days, pretty high. Short squeeze score is also pretty high. And you could look at Beyond Meat up here. BYND. Look, Beyond Meat, look, it's trying to go higher, as you can see here. And short squeeze, look, it's trying to go higher. That's a good news here. That's a 4-hour. And if you go to daily chart here, that also probably trying to slowly go in. Look, it's also trying to slowly wrap higher. That's also a good one here. You could get into this one. Fundamentally not a great one, but this can create some short squeeze, as you can see here. And we got a few more here. STR, we talked about this one already. For STR right here, from an STR perspective, look, 9.48 short cover days. Borrow rate is low. I would not go there. And let's just scan through here. We got, let's do one thing. Let's say borrow rate more than maybe 5%, and go from there. Let's say we got 5%. Actually, let's say 5. Looks like there's a combination here. Let's say 5. All right, so I think we got few ones here. Look, we got NVAX, Beyond Meat. We talked about this IBRX. Look, this could be a good one. It's trying to go higher, but we should not chase this one up here. But SAVA is a good one here. Cassava, look, it's down from a float perspective, low floater. And look at the cover days, it's 19. Short squeeze core is 84, pretty good here. You could look at this one here and see if it's worth buying. All right, on a daily chart, look, it's slightly getting weaker, as you see here. But as you go into a 4-hour chart here, look, it's trying to go higher. These red bars are getting shorter, so there's a good potential this can go higher. As you go back to the chart here, pretty good short cover days, 19 days, good enough, and very good the short squeeze score. So you could go after this one also. And as you scan through here, we got Veru. Veru is a big time down. At this time, I would not go in here to Veru. Look, it's dropping. When there is some stabilization, you could go in here, not at this time here. And we got ASTS here. Look, this one got clobbered, as you can see here, big time down. And look, short squeeze score is pretty decent here. So all these space names came down after Virgin Orbits got bankrupt. So if you're a speculative type person here, you could put some money here, but understand you'll need some patience on this one here. And we got few more here. Look, we got RILY, Riley, $28 stock here. And look, it's got pretty decent borrow rate as well as short cover days here. Nice short squeeze score. You could go after this one also here. It's trying to go slowly higher. It could be a good one. You could look at the chart also here, RILY. And in a daily chart, look, it's trying to go higher, so you could go after this one here. Look at the chart, it's trying to go higher. That's a daily chart. If that's a 4-hour chart, if you go to daily chart here, daily chart is kind of, it's also trying to go higher. These red bars are getting shorter. All right, let's go back here. We got a few more here. We got SMR and so on and so forth. Let's look at new scale. $9 stock, as you can see here. Nice borrow rate and a good short cover days here. It's also trying to go higher. I love to buy these type of stocks where it's trying to go higher slowly, and RSI is still below still below 50. Even RSI 7 days is also below 50. Those are my go-to candidates here. Whereas stocks like DMTK, DermTech, look, it's right now, look at that, stock is going up it's pretty okay. You could even go after this one here, but look at the 3-month performance, 109%. That's why I would not like to chase. I want these RSI 7-day also to be relatively below say 55 or so, not super hot. So with that, we'll probably look at 1 or 2 more here. We can look at GameStop quickly and see what's going on in GameStop. Look, GameStop, it's a daily chart. It's look at the gap up here after the earning. Nice gap up here. Now it's trying to fade slowly, so you got to be slightly careful. In these type of candidates here, given it's if it's given it's a $24 stock here, stock got gapped up here. You could also sell some call spread at the top. That's a good way. You could sell some put spreads at the bottom and make some money that way here, because this will be kind of range bound to come, or it might even come down slightly. That's why option plays will be very good for stocks like GameStop here. You could sell strangles if your account permits. Otherwise, you could sell some iron condors and make some money, because this will slowly come down. All right, let's look at BBBY and see what's going on there. Bed Bath and Beyond, look, nothing much going on here. This is not doing well. There's earnings coming up, as you can see here. Toward the earning, I think this again, this company might get bankrupt, so not worth putting our money up here. It might have a bounce, but not worth the risk here. And let's look at AMC. Look, AMC, we got a daily chart here. In a daily chart, as you can see here, red bars are getting shorter, good sign. And it could go into a 4-hour chart. In a 4-hour chart, as you can see here, there is nice, okay, it's showing some not so great momentum here. Look, its momentum is kind of fading, so that's why you got to be slightly careful in these type of names. And you could even do some strategy of selling some strangles and make some money that way too. But momentum is fading, as you can see here. All right, so with that, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading.